Welcome to the cloud. Today I'm joined by Greg, a co-founder of the Milk Room. Greg, could you introduce yourself to everyone?
So I'm Greg Monterrosa, born and raised here in LA, and I have the privilege of running Milk Room.
Hell yeah. Could you tell me like a little bit about the Milk Room? What's your guys' goal? Why did you guys start it?
Totally. So we're a community of creatives. And every now and then we sell clothes. So it's really cool. So Milk Room, we have 3 locations. We launched right in the middle of COVID. So the attitude was, I asked one of my mentors, like, what is the hardest thing to bring to life during a pandemic? And she was like, a retail space. So I was like, be right back. So you get all your creative friends and magic happens, right?
Yeah.
So we're getting ready to celebrate our 2-year anniversary in August. We launched our 3rd store about 3 weeks ago in San Luis Obispo, which is so cool up there.
Wow.
But just ever growing, right? As a community and with our friends.
Yeah. It's like you could literally start one of these shops anywhere, and then you can build a community in virtually any city you wanted to.
How cool is that? Because then we get to expand like our network.
Yeah. And it's made up of like a very diverse group of creatives, right? Like it's made up of music artists, of fashion designers, and like who are some of like your favorite or like most notable people that you've met in the progress of like building this community?
So we get love from guys like Metro Boomin that show up and show us love. But then we've also got like the homies that are on the way up, like the Jaden Rains, the J3 Mobs, the Daytona Foxes, the Hellboys of the world. And these are all just family members, right? And like their shows are a celebration of their art. And it's just really neat to again, build community around like things we like and love.
Hell yeah, I love that. I love that. And the clothes that you guys do sell on occasion they are fire. They are fire. The ones that end up on the shelf, oh my goodness.
So that's been really cool. It's like catching the designer on the way up. So like we know who's hot, right? But like we've got people like Carrington out there. Shout out to Carrington Customs. Like she's killing the game. She's like drawing on pants and like really customizing pieces, and the universe is responding by like consistently moving her product.
Wow, I love it. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities for creatives who are looking to build like their own community, and I feel like the Milk Room is kind of like a big hub for everyone to just connect and like network.
That's how we met.
Yeah, it is. That's crazy. Every time I've shown up to the Milk Room, it's been great vibes. It's been very talented artists and amazing clothes, amazing food as well.
Right.
I've noticed that you guys have recently also started your own podcast and talked about NFTs and Web3. Do you what's your opinion on NFTs? Where do you see them going? And do you plan on like implementing any NFTs into the Milk Room like network?
Right. So NFTs are exciting to watch because what that is, it's like the first opportunity for a creative to truly own and follow their work. Mm-hmm. So like, it's really neat to see how it's being applied right now by like musicians, by painters, by clothing, and it's an exciting time for NFTs. And in LA, like I know that the boys are out there every night at NFT parties. So there's definitely a big buzz around that. And shout out to Rug, Swish, and Jihan. Those boys are out there like representing the brand. And yeah, there seems to be like an NFT party every day in LA. So things are happening.
Yeah, it's such like a new space too. It's very cool to see like a very friendly community surrounded by it and how many different places it can go. It's very exciting to see where all these artists will implement their own creativity and take all of this to a whole new level.
How cool is that? And it's so easy to mint an NFT. Like it's not complicated. Like people like it's not complicated. If you can follow like 4 or 3 simple instructions, you're set.
Facts. Yeah. And there's plenty of very viable resources that people can go to and research all of the things that they would need to know in the process of minting an NFT.
I minted my NFT. I minted my first NFT for free.
Okay, sick. What was it? What did you mint?
So what I did was I outsourced somebody to create an image for me. So then by me paying for it, I now own it, right? From this designer. So then I took that image and was like, okay, let me go through the experience of minting an NFT. And yeah, boom, minted it, threw it up, shouted out my link, and like just to go through the process, right? And it was pretty straightforward, pretty easy. So that like that leads us into like this whole web 3.0, right? That we're leading into. So it's pretty dope. It's like, so my background is tech. So I was able to see like web 1 as a teenager, young adult, and then 2 as like thriving in my 20s, getting after it. And now to see what like web 3.0 is setting out to do, like I think right now we're entering into like the era of the creative.
Right. I 100% agree with that. I think we're in like this age of new technology, and you can't really bet against technology. Like you said, through if you look through the history of like web 1, web 2, web 3, like technology has just continually advanced and provided new opportunities for people.
So I'll run you through like my description of the different webs that took place, right?
Yeah.
So like web 1.0, it was like we consumed information, right? So we were given the information that was out there. We didn't really participate. Like it was just information given to us, right?
Right.
So web 1.0. And then what they did is they started taking that data and creating like a feed for you. So Google ads, like that's when you started seeing that, them utilizing your data to not just track you, but to quote unquote better serve you.
Yeah.
But it became a little intrusive with like, if you look through your apps and see what apps are tracking your every movement, it's nuts. Like recently, like on TikTok, somebody was like, I bet you didn't know that your iPhone did this. Your iPhone straight tells you like where you're at, when you like, it gives you like a history of all that. And I'm like, I don't even want to know that.
Right? I don't want to know that.
So that's the intrusiveness of web 2, right? So along comes web 3, where I'm going to own my information. So like the blockchain is going to be utilized more. Like we're just going to start seeing like individualized actions happening around like the content we do put out there.
Right. And I feel like the blockchain technology in itself is so new, and it can be implemented in many other ways besides just art, like even
Right.
in like real estate and in these other industries, excuse me, that we're already seeing like new changes to.
So I think it's an exciting time to be alive, because like if you want to participate, like there are ways to participate, because no one's a professional at this right now. Like no one is an NFT expert. If anyone's like, I'm an NFT expert, they're full of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all learning this.
Right, exactly.
Granted, some people might know more than others, but to like, there's like this thing like the 10,000 hour rule, you know, like if you do something for 10,000 hours, you're now like the master of it.
Yeah.
There,
Yeah.